Howdy y'all, welcome to a very exciting cowboy episode of Squad Up, bringing Red Dead Redemption 2 to life on the new 4K LG projector with a couple of very special guests. If you guys haven't played this game, it takes place in 1899, turn of the century, in the American West. It's sort of a fictionalized version, but hypothetically, it's incredibly historically accurate. So we thought we would do a little fact-checking. So we are joined today by a historian who specializes in 19th century American history, Michael Salgarolo. Have you played this game yet?
I'm really interested in this game because my dissertation research happens to be about Louisiana around this time.
We are currently in the town Saint Denis, which is supposed to be like the New Orleans of 1899.
Right. So far, it's wet and a little dirty.
Is that
I have
sounding
to say,
right?
Pretty accurate.
Okay,
pretty
good.
Accurate for
so
New
we're off to
Orleans.
a good start.
Yeah.
Around the turn of the century, was the New Orleans area, was it like a cultural hub to visit?
Well, a lot of people come through because it's one of the biggest ports in the United States. It's kind of the U.S.'s connection to the Caribbean, to Latin America.
Right.
Actually, right around this time, 1898, 1899, during the Spanish-American War, the U.S. troops are stationed in New Orleans. But where are we?
I just entered. Everybody's staring at me. I entered this well-to-do saloon. It looks like with a bunch of fancy men. All right, I'll play a hand. $5. $5 in 1899. Is that a chunk of change?
Yeah, $5 is like a third of a week's salary.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, these guys look like they have a lot more money than I do. All right, so I'm looking around. I'm looking at these different outfits. First of all, are these guys styling?
I like the chops. I like the classic mutton chop. That's gnarly.
What do you think inspired that?
Well, it's interesting, right? If you look at like the U.S. presidents, the first 15 are all pretty barefaced, and then kind of Lincoln to the end of the 19th century, right? They're all big beard dudes.
Yeah, I mean that was the thing.
And then get into the 20th century, they're
gone again?
They're clean shaven again. I think it's a pendulum swing.
All right, I'm calling it. I'm going for this. If I don't win this hand, I gotta go take a shower. I got the lowest possible pair out there. I'm betting 460. There we go. That guy's folding. That's it.
Got him.
I won. I'm officially up 25 cents.
Hey.
Thank you. 25 cents, which I think is equivalent to about $19,000. Now, if you want to be a winner this holiday season, you got a game on LG's new 4K projector. I'm telling you, it's the only way to play Red Dead Redemption 2. It's beautiful, up to 150-inch display. You can see every detail on Arthur's face. It's wild. Check it out.
The interesting thing about this is the era of mass popular entertainment. There's kind of circuses. P.T. Barnum is kind of getting big in this era, right?
Sure.
With these kind of fraudulent freak show acts. And then the kind of modern mythology of the West is developed by Buffalo Bill, who takes his Wild West circus show across the world. He tours London. He performs at Queen Victoria's Jubilee. Buffalo Bill sells the Wild West by saying that this is the authentic, true story of the West, lived by the people who told it. The Native American chief Sitting Bull, the actual guy, he gets him to come on the Wild West tour.
Is that true?
The actual Sitting Bull, real Native Americans, and and even if it wasn't real, right? It was this.
Claim, but he would say that this is
that you were watching.
This is what you're missing if you're out here like on the East Coast or something.
Right. The thing that's interesting in New Orleans in this time is there's lots of different attempts to segregate kind of problems that they see in the city, right?
Okay.
Prostitution is the most obvious one.
Sure.
Again, at the time, right? This is seen as a big problem.
Yeah.
And what they end up doing is they end up founding one of the country's most notorious vice districts. It's called Storyville.
Okay.
And Storyville is a couple blocks just north of what we now know as the French Quarter. All the prostitution is kind of kept to this 4-block area.
I would like to point out, somebody just offered me to participate in prostitution. They just offered me that.
Wow.
Right after you.
Can you imagine?
Well, if this whole life that I'm living is actually historically fiction, I'm at least going to try to live it to the fullest.
I say enjoy it. I mean, oh my God.
Well,
wow.
Now I'm on this guy, so I don't need my horse. Oh, I'm being shot.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, that man just got shot.
Whoa.
And we're off. All right, so crashing your horse, landing on someone else's buggy, becoming wanted for a crime, running away, having another innocent bystander get shot. How historically accurate is that? How common is that occurrence?
I was going to say, I'm becoming very aware that I'm playing a Rockstar Games Grand Theft Auto version of the West.
Grand Theft Auto
for sure.
in the West. I'm thinking about heading to the local barber,
That's not a bad idea.
getting a cut, but I think we ourselves are maybe going to get a little chop, if that sounds good. Well, while Michael is getting his shave, I think I'm going to invite the Inverse Science editor, Yasmin Tayeg, out of the saloon. Yasmin? Oh, there she is.
Here in New York, you'd probably go to some dive bar that's trying to look like a saloon, but here I'm at an actual saloon.
If I were alive in 1899, what would be one of the few things that are trying to end my life?
There's so many different ways to end your life. Like, first of all, mosquito-borne disease. So, I mean,
Sure.
it's swampy. It's like
Everything
wet
is
everywhere.
wet,
Yeah,
and the
what
grass
better
is
place
tall.
for mosquitoes to breed and then spread malaria, and there's no medicine to treat your dehydration when you're sick with one of these diseases. You end up getting diarrhea and you probably die.
That doesn't sound fun at all. Oh, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to sit. This game's baseline is crime. Oh wait, I see a crocodile. Did you see that? I am actually legitimately terrified of like water and creatures in water. No, God! No! The color that's happening on the screen right now is actually what my vision looks like as well.
Oh my god.
I do not like this. That's a snake or something. Here, I'll take your sarsaparilla.
How do I control this? Is it joystick?
You just gotta figure it out. I don't know if you saw this earlier, but there are alligators in the river, so I would be careful
Whatever
for that.
are you talking about? What is that?
Is that another gator?
No. Oh,
And you're off again. Yeah, kick it. That's what you gotta do.
shit.
You know, maybe Michael can take over because I think I'm gonna hop into the barber chair if that's okay.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, Pedro. It's awesome. Let's go. Let's get back to town.
Pedro, thank you so much
My pleasure.
for giving such care and attention to our faces. So, I mean, we got an expert on 19th century history, but you're our expert on the face in the head.
Yeah, there's also a rich barbering history as well. Back then, the dentist and the barber were the same guy. The barber pole came about that way.
How? What is the connection?
The barber was technically the surgeon. Think about how long it would take to get to the hospital back then. So if you needed a tooth pulled or a leg amputated, that's who you'd go to.
Wow.
And obviously there'd be rags with blood on them,
Sure.
and eventually you'd wash those rags. They'd
Okay.
be stained, and then when they hang on the line, they twist in the wind.
And the white and the
That's
red.
what the white and the red.
That is amazing.
Not too hygienic. Though, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
probably not. Well, let's see right now. So right now, what is your sort of rating of how I'm looking right now? Is this,
My guy needs help.
the guy needs help? Okay, we start with the hair, we start with the beard.
He would probably start with the hair.
Start with the
Yeah,
hair.
just so he
Okay.
could relax and finish off with the beard.
All right. Well, let's look at some different styles. All right,
I like
so
that
this
first one you picked actually.
right here?
Yeah, but let's look at the other ones too.
All right. I mean, so that's a pretty classic look. It looks like, I mean, some pomades going in. Are you a fan of like product?
It helps. Yeah,
Yeah.
just to keep it together.
All right. Well, let's stick with the pomade. Yeah, that is classy. Oh, I can adjust the length ever so
Oh, look at
slightly.
that. That's
all right.
more 50s, so keep it a little longer.
Keep it a little longer. That's a
Yeah.
little more traditional.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and then now, I mean, today the focus, the beard. So when a lot of people, I feel like when they think of like the Wild West, they're thinking of like the really over the top, like the mutton
My
stash.
favorite.
Yeah?
When the sideburns connect to the mustache.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Do people ever ask you for that?
Nah, Halloween sometimes.
Halloween?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or very eccentric people.
Sure. Okay. All right. Clean shaven. We gotta see the rest.
Wait, that mustache is looking serious. You might want to keep it.
All right. So that's kind of
It's
what we
more
were
like
talking
Wolverine.
about.
Abe.
We got the Abe. All right. What's
Wait, I
calling
like
it?
that
Ooh,
one.
this is cool.
Yeah.
Do we like
guy's
that?
Sharp, yeah.
Have you ever given anybody something like this?
That is common these days.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you ever call it the forked Spartan?
Now
Are
I
you
will.
going to? Yeah. Okay. Do you have a preference? This is like a little more like natural blended in. This one's a little more like finer cut.
Yeah, I like the separated one. That looks good.
Separated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Defines the mustache.
Defining the mustache. This is
I want
great.
that guy to make an impression when he walks out.
This is good because I cut my own hair, but I'm terrible at it.
Most people are.
Do you have any advice for me?
Go to the barber.
Go to the barber.
More
Call
often,
you.
More often.
All right. Who's like the number one like celebrity people who are like, please make me look like blank?
David Beckham and Ryan Gosling. I don't mind David Beckham because if you remember David Beckham through the years, he's always very stylish.
Sure. Does the Ryan Gosling kind of get annoying after a while?
It's only funny when the wife or the girlfriend brings in the photo and says, "I want him to look."
Oh,
like
make
this."
my husband look like
Yeah,
Ryan
and I'm
Gosling.
like I could do the hair.
Yeah,
but
the face
it's
and
just
the
like, I
body.
do too much, yeah.
We feel good about this?
Yeah, this guy's sharp.
This is pretty good. So do you think, how would you rate this barber if this is what he did based on how he looked
mean,
before?
All pro.
Maybe I would hurt this man or rob him, but because you are kin
think
with
you
him.
should.
You think I should?
Why not? You don't have any money. You can't pay him. Handle it. You don't like the way he looked at you.
This is not... Are you sure about this?
I mean, you don't have to have morals in a video game.
Well,
It's the West.
everybody, as we wrap up the show, I just want to say... Okay, I'm out. I'm out of here. Thank you for
That
the
was awesome.
shave.
That's an exit.
As I ride out of town on my horse, on this beautiful HD LG projector, I mean, you can see this true motion in action. This has been a heck of a night. Pedro, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much to Michael and Yasmin and the Brooklyn Bluegrass Collective. We would love to hear one last song